You're welcome to Company Watch. Here we'll discuss the overall performance of companies in Nigeria. Today, we are beaming our searchlight on the insurance sector. I am Ijeoma Omeni, and with me here is our in-house analyst, Bala Almi. You're welcome. What are the earnings updates of some quoted insurance firm?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the earnings updates, going by the earnings update of this time shows they had quite impressive results both at the top and bottom line level. For instance, Mansard Insurance had gross premium income increase of 18%, while the net premium income of 22%, and a profit increase of close to 30%. But Aiko Insurance had the highest increase in terms of profit, where profit surged by 255%, and they also recorded growth at both the top line and bottom line level. However, more needs to be done in order to grow, the bottom line level of these firms, because they have huge underwriting and operating expenses in their balance sheet. Again, a lot of firms in this sector, especially the quoted ones, are small caps. When I mean small caps, they usually have small market price per share, small market capitalization. Like 90% of insurance firms quoted on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange shows they're having just 50 kobo. The highest is Mansard, 280 kobo. So you compare to the banking sector, we find that these insurance firms have very small market capitalization.
Okay. Why are insurance firms unable to tap into Nigerian growing population and rising middle class?
Well, despite the opportunities that abound in the Nigerian economy, it's burgeoning middle class and growing population. The insurance sector has been underperforming. They have not been able to tap into these opportunities, and one of the reasons are there's this lack of trust. There is low penetration, there is low growth, and there is lack of trust. So a lot of Nigerians don't really believe they have to insure their houses, they have to insure their cars, and even the worst of it is even life insurance. How many Nigerians believe in life insurance? A lot of people believe that telling them to insure their lives is a kind of premonition of their own death. It's like you want them to die before their time. And again, low enforcing of insurance policy or some classes of assets like motor vehicles. You also have very low claims. Like the level of claim in the Nigerian insurance sector is like 25%. Compared to the UK, where you have 90%, so people are not paying claims. Then again, you have the insurance sector is a sector that has very low, very weak players. There are weak players, very weak players in the sector. And as I mentioned before, there is this lack of trust. People don't trust insurance companies. That okay, when I insure my assets, am I going to get my claim as at when due? So these are some of the challenges that hampers or hinders insurance companies from tapping into the Nigerian growing economy.
What is the sector contribution to the Nigerian GDP?
Well, the sector contribution to the Nigerian GDP was at this moment, like less than 1% contribution to the Nigerian economy based on the rebased GDP. Based on last year's rebased GDP, the insurance sector actually contributed like, let's say, 60%. And this compared to other emerging markets like Kenya and South Africa. South Africa, you don't have like $19.6 billion contribution to its economy. The insurance sector in South Africa contributed 19.6 billion naira, which is like 5% of their GDP. So you can see that compared to other emerging markets and other sub-Saharan countries like Kenya and South Africa, the Nigerian insurance sector contribution to the economy is very, very abysmal. In short, it's only in Nigeria you have more banks and insurance companies. In Europe, they have more insurance companies than banks. But the reverse is the case here. Their insurance companies are stronger than their banks.
Okay, how can the performance be striking?
Well, one, there has to be merger and acquisition, in the insurance sector. You have too many insurance firms, very weak insurance firms. So in order for them to tap into the Nigerian economy, which you see what, the kind of banking, remember the banking sector capitalization whereby so many banks merged. So if the same strategy can, be applied to the insurance sector, it will really help. They need to come together to form synergy. We need to have more insurance companies coming together to form a stronger whole, like synergy. Like mergers and acquisition will help their asset base. Will also increase their share of the markets. So insurance companies, one of the things that will strengthen the performance of insurance companies in Nigeria is for them to mergers and acquisition. Then secondly, government needs to strengthen the role of a national insurance commission. Government needs to strengthen their role. They need to give them more, they need to empower them. Then thirdly, government needs to roll out more policies that will drive growth of the insurance sector.
What are the possible measures and acquisitions in the sector?
Already, old mutual fund, Assurance PLC, South African insurer, has recently consummated the deal with regards to the acquisition of Oceanic Limited. FBN Assurance, jointly owned by FBN Holding, a South African insurance company, they acquired 71.2% of policies. Like Custodian and Airline PLC acquired Poseidon, Insurance PLC. So you can see that a lot of firms are, especially those from outside the country, are, coming in and tapping, acquiring the local insurer. So a lot of merger and acquisition going on. For instance, now EXA SA, the largest insurance company in France, is thinking of acquiring, Nigerian insurance companies. So you can see that firms are beginning to merge, firms are beginning to acquire, firms are beginning to go into acquisition. Even South African insurance companies are beginning to come into Nigeria to buy our own insurance companies. But in the next 2-3 years, we will see more consolidation in the insurance sector. That is one of the ways in which they can tap into the Nigerian growing economy.
What policies have NICOM put in place to deepen insurance penetration?
Yeah, the National Insurance Commission actually working assiduously to ensure that the sector with the target set. There was a target set, 1.1 trillion gross premium rating set by government by 2017. Cumulatively, all the insurance companies' gross premium rating will hit 1.1 trillion, compared to the 300 billion we have as of now. So, NICOM has introduced the Takaful insurance, which is a no premium, no cover, in order to increase the liquidity and cash flow of insurance company. And despite the fact that some insurance companies are complaining that the policy is stifling growth, as a lot of policyholders don't pay claims. However, you can see that in the third quarter, although a lot of them have not released 2014 full year, I said 75% of insurance companies, especially the quoted ones, have growth in gross premium rating, gross premium income, and net premium income. This is as a result of the Takaful policy of Nigerian National NICOM, which is National Insurance Commission.
Thanks for watching. Until we come your way next time on Company Watch. Bye for now.